So right now I want to talk about something that I think is extremely important. And that one thing I want to talk about is what it takes to actually do good at this, what it takes to really be successful in this market, in this industry, and what you need to do to accomplish certain tasks and certain goals in order to ensure your success. Number one, burn your bridges. Don't just give this a try. Either you're all in or you're not in at all. There's no such thing as halfway in this industry. People who are halfway in this, they never succeed, they never make it. And that's something I want to put out there at the beginning and just let you know that if you're only in this half-heartedly, you might as well not be in it at all, because you're going to waste my time, your time, and everyone else's time as well. And that's not to be said as, I don't want that to come off rude, but that's just fact. And the fact is that if you're only half heart, if your heart is only half in this, then you're not going to succeed. You're not going to be successful, and that's just all there is to it.
So right now I'm going to talk about something I think is very important for all managers to know and to understand, and that topic is when to let go of your salespeople. As managers in the security industry, we can find ourselves getting a little bit too close to our people sometimes. I mean, let's be honest. We all know each other's problems, family life, personal life, everything. We know everything about each other that you could possibly know. More so, say, in this industry than you would encounter in another industry. Because we work together for a long time throughout the day, we work a lot of hours together, and because a lot of times when we go back to our hotel rooms or our apartments, we're rooming with the person that we work with. That's just how that's just being a rep. When it comes to being a manager, you are more actively involved in everyone's life because you're their mentor. You understand everything that they're going through on a day-to-day basis. You've been there, you've been through it, so you understand how they feel. You're really empathetic to what situation they're in. So one of the things that I want to talk about right now, again, is when should we let our salespeople go? One of the things we know as a manager we have to have is purpose and a drive. And as soon as we start to lose sight of that purpose, or we start to feel our drive shift and change directions, then we know it's probably time for us to get out of the industry, or to try to sit back, get our head clear, and make sure we're going on the right path before we take our next steps with the company that we're currently with. So what I want to talk about right now is, again, when do we let those people go? And there's a line that I love to live by, and that line is, once you care more about your salesperson's success than they do, you're done with that individual. You have to be. You're done. I mean, you can't make someone drink from the well. You can only take them to it. So you don't want to exhaust your efforts and your time, and even in a lot of cases as managers, your money. Helping feed your guys, helping take care of bills if they need bills taken care of. We do that as managers. I understand that, and a lot of you who are managers have had to do that in the past. So whenever they start to lose their drive, they start to lose sight of that purpose, and there's no getting them back on track, or you've talked to them and they're still continuing down that path, it's just time to let them go. Because history repeats itself, and I'm sure if you're like me, I've had a lot of reps that they were either on the right track and they got off, or they never quite were on the right track. We exhaust our time, our efforts, and our energy, and we put it into those people, hoping that they're going to see what we see. But here's the thing: they don't see things quite on the elaborate scale as managers, that we do as managers. So it's important that we continue to evaluate the mindsets of our employees and our sales reps, and make sure we only keep them on board if we know they are still in it to win it. 100% of the way. There's no 50% at this. There's no 80%. There's not even really a 90%. It's either you're all in or you're all out. You put all your chips in, you hope to cash out big, or you go home and don't even try to play. So it's really important that we make sure that we're evaluating our sales reps' mindsets, and that also, once we care more about their success than they do, it's time for us to cut them loose. If not, we're going to exhaust our energy, our efforts, and our time.